So it's week 7. We've made it this far, and I wanted to kind of give you a brief explanation of some of the changes that are going to be taking place. You saw last week, I already had all of my content prepared by the time that I got the email with the changes, so I didn't have a chance to embed it in my video comments, but a couple of things that I'm sure you're very pleased about is that we will not have space and capacity to do the journal entries or Flipgrid posts. But a point, like I wanted to kind of give you a word on that. Not only are those beneficial for you, but I just wanted to let you know that I really, really enjoy going through those. Um, I have learned so many things about you, from things of details about how obsessed many of you are with sports. I've learned about your shoe collections, your desire to consume ice cream all hours of the day. I've also learned that a lot of you think deep thoughts, and some of you who I would never guess, well, at least you thought I would never guess, actually enjoy reading. Um, so it's in those entries that I feel like I get to know you personally a little bit better, and those are things I'm going to miss. But again, that's in your favor. You don't have to do them because the school is saying that we're only allowed to give you 2 assignments per week, and I will opt for the ones that are going to better prepare you with skills that you'll need for next year, especially if you want to go into AP Lit. So thank you so much for your contribution in that area. And again, it's something I'm going to miss, but if you feel like emailing me, go for it. I will gladly accept and participate in that with you. Okay, um, kind of a heads up about this week and the rest of the year. We really only have about 3 weeks of assigned work that includes this week. We are finishing Fahrenheit 451. This week we're also going to be previewing Kurt Vonnegut as well. And I'm going to have you meet him more so through a video interview that he did. It's a biographical piece because honestly with the 20th century, these authors are just characters. They're crazy. They're interesting, exciting, super weird. Vonnegut's books are about you'll get to see a little preview about what it is, but it's a mashup of an alien abduction with a totalitarian government that's super sneaky and absolutely boring life. And it doesn't really line up in a linear way in the time-space continuum, so it's super weird and it jumps around from everywhere. But that is what this mid-century writing is all about. It's crazy and fun and silly and completely different than if you're reading like a Thoreau or if you're reading even The Great Gatsby. So hopefully you get to see how this genre is just completely unique. And so we'll be looking at that. And then for the next 2 weeks, there will be short stories that we'll be looking at that push us into further into the 1960s, 70s, and 80s. We won't be doing another novel, but just excerpts from novels and or short stories. So keep that in mind. There is going to be another essay that comes around, and it will ask you to work with the texts from Slaughterhouse, or sorry, not Slaughterhouse-Five, from Fahrenheit 451 all the way until the one that we read in about 2 weeks. So keep your notes on the short stories so that you don't kind of lose sight of them, because you'll be wanting to go back and refer to them to quote and use your insights in that respect. Okay, so that's kind of a heads up about where we're going this week. For your short assignments or your homework assignments, there's one homework assignment that asks you to analyze some symbols, and I did video instruction on that. I also edited the videos this week because my husband was like, they're so long-winded. Yes, they are, because when you are creating content like this, it takes so much time to go back and edit, but I did that for you. So please watch them in their entirety. I think each video is about 7 minutes, cut down from about 15, so I preserve only the essentials. Then you're going to go into looking at the biographies of Ray Bradbury and Kurt Vonnegut. Again, enjoy those. I think some of you have some best friends in these authors, so you should enjoy them and their idiosyncrasies. And then it asks you to work on short assignment 5.2. So that one is a short story that you're going to come up with in your head in the style of these authors. Now, obviously, you're not writing a whole story, but I ask you to show me just one scene or a page and a half of maybe the introduction or something from that book. And then you're going to give me just a summary, like a jacket summary, what would be on the back of a book that says like, this is what the book is about. So go ahead and read that and then, or write that. And then lastly, I wanted to point out your devotions for this week. I haven't talked much about them just because I'm not really supposed to, I guess. I'm not the Bible teacher. So, but that's all right. If I were to give you one resource that I think is amazing and life-changing and transformational, it would be this. There are 3 parts. Each one is an hour. They're on finding your identity in Christ. They are amazing. I'm going to leave them up for the next like 3 or 4 weeks. So really you don't have to watch each one every day, assuming you do the devotions, but I would say just take whatever time it takes you to get through them and dig into them because they're so amazing and I would love to dialogue with you about those if you have any questions, thoughts, or comments. So that's the intro for this week and it's already getting long, so I'll end here. But enjoy your work and please connect with me, contact me if you have any desire to do so. Thanks.